What up, guys? So let's just kind of talk about this car and why I choose this over the competitors. One of the competitors that I really thought about in the beginning was the Scion TC. So my reasoning for the Scion TC was that it's a coupe. It's also 87 gas. It's front wheel drive. It has a handbrake, and it has the regular key. Now, like, not one of these things, but like an actual key you put in, you twist, and it turns. So I actually thought about that, but I didn't went with the TC because I looked at this car, and this car just looks a lot sportier, a lot more expensive. It looks more grown up, I guess you could say that. And then the price was relatively the same. We're talking like 15, 16, 17. Yeah, like it's like around there. The price is relatively the same, low miles. And yeah, I went ahead and go with this one, and I like it a lot, actually. I feel like the Android Auto Apple CarPlay thing is actually really handy. I don't believe the TC actually has that. Comment down below, let me know. Might be wrong, might not be. One of the things that I like about the TC is the steering wheel. It actually has a flat bottom instead of this regular round one. So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Besides the TC, I actually thought about like some of the older cars, like the Solara, and save money there, but I couldn't find one where I'm happy with the condition. Like, the ones that are within my area are either pretty beat up, have been in multiple accidents, multiple shades of colors, not in the best conditions. I actually thought about the Acura RSX as well. And man, that car is hard to find in blue. And if I do find blue, it's either the price is just really high for what the mileage and the age of the car, or it's a Type S, and that's a 6-speed manual. And I know going in that I wanted paddle shifters because I never had a car with paddle shifters. I had a manual before. I had a regular automatic, and I'd never had one with paddle shifters. So yeah, these are actually really cool. I actually use them a lot, actually, like a lot more than what regular people would do. Most people would just put them in drive and kind of ignore it, but I actually use this car in sport a lot because I just want to use the paddle shifters. And let's see, besides that, I actually thought about the Genesis Coupe. I wanted the 3.8 instead of the 2.0 because I don't want to have to deal with the reliability of the turbo. And I like the 3.8. I like that it also takes regular gas, because all of the cars that I'm searching for has regular gas, because I don't want to pay 91 anymore. I am sick and tired of paying for 91, and I don't want to pay 91. So I believe at that time the 3.8 actually has regular gas, which is awesome. It drives nice. It's rear wheel drive. It's got the push button, the sunroof. I think Navi as well. It didn't have a backup camera. It had parking sensors, not a backup camera. That was one of the gripes. And then the actual gas mileage, because it's a 3.8 and not like a 4-cylinder, gas mileage isn't the best. And I know I wanted something better. So yeah, that, and also the cars that I was looking at with the conditions that I wanted for, the price, believe it or not, is on the high end. Like a lot of them are going for 20s, like 18 and up. Yeah, well, at least the ones that I wanted to go for. You don't have to spend that much if you don't want like a car in the best conditions. Like if you can spend about like nine grand on a car with on a Genesis Coupe 3.8 with like 100 plus miles, 100 plus thousand miles. Most likely multiple colors, which means that multiple accidents, or yeah, like there's different shades of colors on it. So yeah, that's also it. And then you can go for like the lower trim ones, the one where it's just plain, there's no touchscreen or anything, it's just regular. Yeah, that's probably like the best way to describe it. So yeah, you can go for those ones. And I ended up not going for the Gen Coupe because it also boils down to the looks, because the looks of this car is just, in my opinion, the best out of all of the cars that I looked at. Yeah, like I haven't seen a car that's as eye-catching as this particular one. So yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, I went with this because the price is right. It has the 4-cylinder, so I don't have to deal with changing the timing belts. For this car, you can go for the V6 for more power, and you can still have regular gas. It's a 3.5, and it's very fun to drive. The V6 is actually very fun to drive. It's just this with more power, more torque, and more fun. But you have to deal with a timing belt change. So that's something to think about down the line, or depending on what the miles of the car it is during the time when you purchase it. Because if you purchase the car, the V6 one, at like 60 plus thousand miles, you need to ask to see if they changed the timing belt, and you need to make sure that they have like an invoice that they actually changed the timing belt, because if you don't, you're screwed. That's something that you're just gonna actually spend more money out. So yeah, as much as I am a car guy, I don't like to spend money in general. That's just not my personality. Yeah, so for you it might be different. For you, if you're like, you know, for the love of cars and I spend money, lots of money on my car, I eat ramen noodles to buy car mods, hey, I mean, more power to you. I'm just not that kind of guy. So I feel like this car is the best for me because it looks good, it feels good, it drives good, it's very fun to drive, and it doesn't ask for much. There's no major issues with this particular car that I'm aware of. The only real concern is the CVT. So I know that CVTs are known to not be reliable, but from my time looking at the CVT for this particular car, there isn't many complaints to my knowledge that I have found out. So hopefully that's true, and I don't plan on like doing like a turbo or some kind of engine mod where I make more power. I feel like this is good enough power. I feel like this is the kind of power where I can use all of it, have a blast, and not break speed limit and not get speeding tickets. So I feel like this is good. I don't need more power. And yeah, I don't plan on doing like major mods to the car because number one, that costs a lot of freaking money. And number two, it messes with the reliability of the car, which means I might have to get another one, and I definitely don't want to do that. Because after getting this car, my goal is to drive this thing until it breaks. So I don't plan on it breaking within the next 2 to 3 years. I don't plan on it breaking at all, to be honest, because I feel like all of the parts are really reliable. So hopefully this thing lasts until I'm gone. Hopefully, at least that's the goal, is to kind of have this thing last like forever and ever. But I think I might jinx it with this video. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of my plan with this car, is just have it last, because I don't want to pay money for another car, because that sucks. Paying money is not good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's why I choose this car. And hopefully you guys have similar reasons if you have the same car as me. And alright, so you guys click the subscribe button, the bell, the comment, the thumbs up for more content. You guys stay awesome.